A special good evening to you, our viewers here in Guyana and around the world. I am Nirmala Ramswak with the Monday, July 10th, 2023 edition of the Globespan 24/7 News. These are the headlines of the top stories we are following today. 26-year-old dies in accident at Unity. Police force pays homage to 67 fallen heroes. Fire destroys Chinese supermarket. International Building Expo 2023 launched. Two charged and remanded to prison for killing laborer. In the region, 200 migrants held in raid. And internationally, EasyJet canceled 1,700 flights from July to September.
Police are investigating a fatal accident which occurred at about 20:40 hours on Saturday, on the Unity Public Road, East Coast Demerara, which resulted in the death of a 26-year-old motorcyclist. The accident involved motor car PTT 875, owned by Dennis Edward and driven at the time by Andre Pilgrim, a 48-year-old taxi driver, and a motorcycle registration number unknown, driven by Ian Joe Magro, a 26-year-old mechanic from Mahikani, East Coast Demerara. It is alleged by the driver of motor car PTT 875 that he was proceeding east, along the northern side of Unity Public Road, whilst the motorcycle was proceeding in the opposite direction with no front headlight on. As both vehicles approached each other at a fast rate, the driver of the motorcycle was in the process of overtaking an unknown motor vehicle. While doing so, he collided with the front right side of PTT 875, causing the driver to lose control and crash into a utility pole on the road's northern grass parapet. As a result of the collision, the motorcyclist fell onto the road surface and received injuries to his left legs and other parts of his body, whilst the motorcar driver received injuries to his right hand and other parts of his body. Shortly after, the motorcyclist was picked up in an unconscious condition with help from public-spirited citizens and taken to the Mahikani Cottage Hospital, where he was seen and examined by a doctor on duty, suffering from internal injuries. The motorcyclist later died whilst receiving medical attention at the said hospital. The driver of the motor car was taken out of his motor car, in a conscious condition, with the help of the police and public-spirited citizens, and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation to seek medical attention, where he was seen and examined by a doctor on duty, suffering from a fractured right hand and injuries about his body. He was admitted as a patient, and his condition is deemed stable. The motorcyclist's body is at Jarrick Funeral Home, awaiting a post-mortem examination. The Guyana Police Force on Sunday, July 9, 2023, paid homage to the 67 fallen heroes at a solemn wreath-laying ceremony for those policemen and women who lost their lives in the line of duty. The wreath-laying ceremony was held at the Monument for Fallen Heroes in the police office's mess compound, Eve Leary, Georgetown, as part of the GPF's celebration of its 184th anniversary. The event saw the Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben, Acting Commissioner of Police, Clifton Hicken, along with his deputy commissioners, commanders, and other high-ranking officials of the force, with widows, children, relatives, and friends of the fallen heroes laying wreaths at the base of the Monument of Fallen Heroes. In honor, ranks of the Tactical Services Unit rendered a 21-gun salute while the police military band sounded the last post. A moment of silence was observed, followed by the reveille. Wreaths were laid by Minister Ben, Commissioner Hicken, members of the police executive leadership team, and all divisional commanders and branch heads. Deputy Commissioner of Administration, AG. Calvin Brutus made the welcome remarks, where the various prayers were recited and words of comfort from the different religious beliefs. He reminded the gathering that this is a very important ceremony and that the Guyana Police Force will continue to work diligently to support the families of the fallen heroes. Minister Ben, when he took to the podium, sympathized with the relatives of the brave fallen heroes. He acknowledged that the Guyana Police Force's level of sacrifice made is to ensure peace in our country. Minister Ben thanked the representatives of the three main religious faiths for revealing what it takes to guard ourselves and have the introspection of performing the duties of a peacekeeper. Blessed are the peacemakers, Minister Ben stressed. He urged the police ranks to rise to the optimum level of professional training, as increasing the peace in Guyana relies on quality engagement and a partnership approach between members of the GPF and the public. The Home Affairs Minister commended Commissioner Hicken and the entire force for the progress made as an organization and in the upliftment of ranks. We need not another hero but heroic service. Thereby solace can be sought within the members of the force itself, Minister Ben posited. Commissioner Hicken, in his remarks, emphasized that safety and security are precious gifts that benefit all of us. He noted that we often give little thought to the price we pay for them. In 2002, the Guyana Police Force, under the tenure of then Commissioner of Police Mr. Laurie Lewis, DSS, DSM, established the Monument of Fallen Heroes that is dedicated to the memory of members of the force killed in the line of duty. Commissioner Hicken noted that, the monument serves as a place of reflection, honor, tribute, and communal gathering for the family, friends, colleagues, and the nation of the fallen. This, he lamented, is in light of the fact that, as police officers, we are frequently exposed to life-threatening situations, not only to ourselves but also to the grieving relatives of the deceased. The fire which destroyed a Chinese supermarket at Saffron and Sussex Streets, Georgetown on Saturday has been extinguished. Firefighters and officers spent the entire weekend combing the debris to ensure the fire stopped burning completely. The building of origin housed a large quantity of cloth and other combustible materials that took some time to identify and control. However, the tireless efforts of ranks resulted in the fire being extinguished and the area being safe for vehicular and foot traffic. Investigations continue as fire prevention officers seek to determine what caused the fire. International Building Expo 2023 was officially launched on Friday evening at the Amazonia Mall in Providence, East Bank Demerara. The event saw the presence of Prime Minister, Mark Phillips, Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Kroll, Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, as well as several cabinet members, representatives from the private sector bodies, and other officials. Under the theme, Building for All, One Guyana, Many Opportunities, this year's International Building Expo will take place from August 24–27, 2023, at the National Stadium. The expo aims to provide a platform for networking, creating opportunities, and fostering collaboration among local and foreign investors to transcend Guyana's architectural landscape.
It gives me great pleasure to join you this evening and to welcome you to our much anticipated launch of Building Expo 2023. And as shown behind me, the theme, this year's theme, Building for All. Under this one umbrella called One Guyana, but at the same time, many opportunities abound. And so when we met, we have a team, and that's how we work at housing. So sometimes people ask how we are able to move so quickly and getting things done there, is that we have a team. And when we were thinking and toying on the idea of this year's theme, we came up with this. And so this is opportune, and it captures by and large your government's commitment to what is considered now a dynamic infrastructure environment, a booming housing sector, as well as the promise for creating new opportunities. And so opportunities for investments in home building, for the contractors in general, for whom we do not have enough in this country, and for the workers. We do not have enough persons in the construction sector, and that's a fact. And so, after enjoying last year, Building Expo, we are back at it again, and has been said by all the prior speakers, with Building Expo is in an anticipated activity on the national calendar. We are able, therefore, and looking forward to showcasing the diversity of this sector.
2 men were charged and remanded to prison on Monday for the murder of 29-year-old Leon Cum of Currentine, Berbice. Vishal Dianarine and Vishal Ramsamy, 23, both of Kilcoy squatting area, appeared at the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court before Magistrate Peter Hugh, and they weren't not required to plea and remanded for murdering Cum between Tuesday, July 4th, and Wednesday, July 5th, at Kilcoy. They will make their next court appearance on July 26th. The matter was transferred to the Albion Magistrates Court for disclosure. An estimated 200 migrants were detained yesterday morning during a police exercise in St. James, according to an article by the Trinidad Express newspaper. In what was described as a joint national security exercise, as it included members from the police service, the defense force, and the immigration division, around 1:30 a.m. yesterday officials visited a bar along the western main road in St. James. There they encountered several Spanish-speaking nationals. The officers cordoned off the area and proceeded to check the registration status of all persons who were in attendance at the event. The Express was told that in total just under 200 people between the ages of 17 and 46 were detained after they failed to provide proof of legal entry and legal status in this country. EasyJet has confirmed it has cancelled 1,700 flights as people prepare to travel on their summer holidays, according to an article by the BBC News. The airline has axed flights during July, August and September, traveling to and from Gatwick Airport. EasyJet blamed constrained airspace over Europe and ongoing air traffic control difficulties, which are causing regular cancellations. The company said 95% of affected passengers had been rebooked onto alternative flights. EasyJet announced the decision as many schools in England and Wales prepare to break up for the summer holidays. July is scheduled to record the highest number of UK flight departures since October 2019 before the COVID pandemic, according to aviation analytics firm Syrian. It said the number of flights departing the UK would be 11% higher than July last year. EasyJet said its cancellations roughly represent the equivalent of one day's worth of flights. It will still operate about 90,000 journeys over the period.